confidence is everything, especially out on the open road, which from time to time can make many of us a little bit anxious.
Yeah, and being confident will also help you enjoy your cycling more. So here are some practical tips on how to build that confidence.
Like most things in life, take it step by step and build things up nice and gradually. So if you're nervous about riding in traffic, for example, try riding at a quieter time of the day or on roads that are far quieter with less traffic. This will leave you with far less stress and you can focus on getting the basics right while feeling far more comfortable.
And the same applies to descending. Find one local to you that doesn't strike fear into your heart and then become familiar with it, riding it a few times so you get used to the way your bike handles at higher speed. And then from there you can build up to other descents that are faster, perhaps more technical, and then you will just increase your confidence. Another part of building confidence, or at least not undermining it, is to know your body and your limits. So don't try riding 30 miles over some big hills in one direction, only to find when you turn around, you run out of energy and you can't make it home.
Yeah, well that'll only serve to dent your confidence and completely be counterproductive, as will tackling a hairy descent and getting it wrong and overcooking a corner, or even worse. So don't be tempted to follow a group of riders on a descent if it really takes you out of your skill and comfort zone.
Yeah, it is far more enjoyable to set out slowly, and pace yourself, and go out fast, blow up, and then have to go to lift home. Believe me.
But don't let that dent your sense of adventure.
No, true.
Knowing where you're going, how far you're going, and also the nature of the terrain on your ride will mean that you're far better equipped mentally for what lies ahead.
Yeah, just like a professional cyclist would know the demands of a race so they can prepare for what lays ahead, so too knowing your route will allow you to pace yourself and also break it down into segments so that you can tick them off like mini achievements as you go.
The cornerstone of riding with confidence is knowing about your bike. The classic fear or apprehension is the what if scenario. What if I have to change a back wheel? I've never mended the punctures before. How do my gears work?
Yeah, no, we're not suggesting that you need the skills of a qualified bike mechanic here, but just enough to know the basics. Just enough to allay any fears that you might get stuck at the side of the road. Having the ability to ride in a group is an essential skill for any cyclist, not to mention the fact that it opens up a whole new world to you. Now, it can take a little while to get this skill dialed in. It's a very different experience to riding solo, the most obvious point being the close proximity to other riders.
Yeah, it can be a little bit nervous at first, but be patient and stick with it because it will fundamentally change you as a rider in a very positive way indeed. New friends, new skills, but more importantly, you'll learn from the more experienced riders in the group.
So why not search out some new friends, join a local group or a club and get riding?
Yeah. Work on your areas of weakness rather than avoiding them. Now, we've already talked about riding in traffic and riding on descent, but how about riding with just one hand, or just riding out the saddle, or the often needed and old faithful emergency stop? Hone these skills, thank you Simon, and will equip you with a lovely skill set that will only see you progress.
Finally, self-belief. Now, I know we've just spent the last couple of minutes telling you to know your limits and stay within them, but equally important is self-belief.
Yeah, it's definitely worth reflecting on how far you've come and also what you've achieved, and this can really help to boost your confidence. And this applies to whatever level and experience you've got within the sport, and it also can help boost your morale if you're coming back from a long layoff or an injury.
So how do you build your confidence then? Well, you know your limits, you build up gradually, you stay within them, and you also practice your skills.
You certainly do. Now for something a little bit different, how about our top 5 most common roadside mechanicals and how to repair them? You can find that by clicking just up here. And for the 5 skills that we think every cyclist should need, click just down here.
Finally, subscribe to GCN. It's free. You just click on the globe and that will definitely give you confidence when cycling.
We're now off for a little cycle, aren't we?
We are, confidently.
Adios.